Boom, monkeys. We are live. Welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel. I've been away for a little while because my ass has been busy freaking working a shitload, man. Trying to make that dinero so we can currently buy freaking more of this dip. Shout out to Mr. Damien, the #1 moon ganger in the chat. Shout out to you, homie. Dude, you are consistent, bro. You are consistent. You keep this up, man. I may have to give you a wrench to moderate, dog. So, how we monkeys doing today? Now, if you guys want to know which tokens I am going to cover today, this is what I got for you cats. And the reason I'm going to cover these tokens is for the reason being that the value of them is getting to the price points that I want. And of course, we're going to cover Bitcoin, see where that's going. Now, the first token that I do want to invest in, if it hits a certain price point, is none other than Solana. Now, mind you, I am not a Solana bag holder, but one of the reasons I'm going to cover it is because I do want some stability in my portfolio. And now, mind you, as per Charlie and as per DCC, you always want to have Bitcoin or ETH to stabilize half of your portfolio, but I wanted a little bit more volatility. So hence, I'm looking for some price points on Solana that I do want to get. Now, there is, with the stability that I want, I'm also trying to get another token called GigaChad, and I'm sure you cats have heard me cover it before. I will be covering that token. Another token which I do have on my freaking on my hit list is none other than freaking Illuvium. There's some badass price points. I actually bought some Illuvium today because it got to certain levels or close to certain levels that I wanted to get it at. So we're going to cover that. We're going to cover Phantom. Now, mind you, I should be buying Phantom as well, but I think I'm just mostly going to focus on these three tokens. But nevertheless, there's a lot of cats out there. I do want to get some FTM, and I'm not negating you cats to do that, man. Absolutely take advantage of these dips. Of course, we are going to cover PHEX. Shout out to my amigo, Angry Twinkie. He did point out to me, man, that it is at an amazing price point. I reviewed the charts on it, and I was like, dude, I have to share this with the rest of the Moon gang. So shout out to my amigo, Angry Twinkie. But first and foremost, we have to cover the memes, son. We have to cover the freaking memes. So let's go over to my Twitter and see what we got going over there, man. Let's see, son. Vamos a ver. Let's go over to Twitter, homie. Here we go. Not financial advice, cats. And this is a joke, man. With the way freaking society's going nowadays and the way politically we're going, bro, I do have to say this is not financial advice. It is only a meme. Here we go. Life after you quit your job and start committing financial crimes via Sam Bankman-Fried, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or politicians, better stated. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know a lot of you monkeys are suffering through this bear market. Well, not through this bear market, but through this altcoin dip phase that we are heading to, man. So when you've been in crypto so long that 70% no longer phases you, for you senior crypto guys, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I can only imagine that you brand new boots in the freaking game, dude. You brand new rookies in the game, man, are like, dude, what the frick did I get myself into, dude? I'm down 80%. Welcome to crypto, son. Welcome to crypto, bro. Hence why you need to stabilize your portfolio. Is that Krillin and Cell? I think that's Krillin and Cell, man, from classic freaking Dragon Ball Z, son. And then what do we have here, man? Another crypto-related meme. Let's play this sucker. Let's play this bad boy, man. It's 2028, and you see Bitcoin pass 1 million, but you sold everything in 2024 to take your chick to Tulum. Hey, man. Dude, your finances and your career and your freaking dinero comes first, bro. Make sure you have your head on straight. This is a funny ass meme, bro. This freaking monkey's been all over the place, dude.
Oh no! Oh no!
One more time.
Oh no! Oh no!
Which Planet of the Apes movie is this, bro? You know, I've never ever been into freaking Planet of the Apes of anything, dude. Now, when the DJ plays my favorite cumbias, yeah, cumbias were a big thing when I was growing up, man. The ladies love that shit. especially freaking in areas that are hugely Hispanically populated. No jodas, esta me encanta. I love this. There you go, man. I thought John Travolta was a better dancer than that, man. Thought he was a way better dancer than that. With that stated, monkeys, I did have a chart from Rec Capital here. Shout out to Twinksters, man. He's the one that advised me about this Twitter page. And let's see. Let's click on this sucker. Rec Capital. Whenever Bitcoin forms a cluster of price action, which is the red part, near the range high, Bitcoin retraces to then form a cluster of price action green near the range low. So you could see that this is where we're at right now, man. And I'm going to show you cats exactly what I mean by this when we go over the Bitcoin chart. But first, let's pull out of here to Twitter, man. And let's see what everything else is entailing. We got my amigo, Mr. Frickin' Tex-Mex. That song is an anthem at every fiesta, dude. Yeah, man. Tex-Mex knows exactly what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to you, Tex-Mex. Now, monkeys, I see 16 people in the chat. Make sure you monkeys like the video, subscribe to the channel. This motivates me to keep dropping alpha on you cats. I'll probably even be back tomorrow, again, after we're done with the stream today, because myself and Twinkie are past due for mother freaking tacos and kimchi. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go over to the Bitcoin chart, man. Let's see what we got on BTC. Oh, by the way, we do have the fragrance of the day as well. Let's see what we got, man. Vamos a ver dónde está Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has been bouncing around in this range. Now, you cats know there is a shitload of support over here where we're ranging at, hence why I got this red box over white. Current value is 64,451. And it does seem that we are establishing a trend in a downward fashion as such. You guys can see that clear as day. But Charlie did point something out. I think it was yesterday, man. And where is my measuring tool? Not my measure. Yeah, my measuring tool. If you look at this right here, man, if we go here to this low, and let me zoom in so I can show you cats exactly what I mean. That's approximately 51 days. We are within the range of dipping out already and finishing our 60-day cycle low. And it could have been, there's a possibility it could have been yesterday on June 24th when we had this dip down here with this wick. But we still have this trend that we have to break to the upside. Now, yes, Bitcoin is oscillating sideways a little bit, but I am hoping that we do come retrace down here to about $6,100 or $61,000. Let's see where the EMA ribbon takes us. And you can see that the EMA ribbon is a little bit freaking bearish, but we're not getting a lot of volatility because the EMA ribbon in itself is pretty damn tight. I'm hoping that we do break down into this white box, and you could clearly see that we have the 200 EMA jumping into this lower portion of the green box at the bottom, which is another very strong area of support. And it meets it at about 57,940. So you may as well argue it's about 58,000. But what I'm hoping is that we do retrace down here to 61,000. Now, mind you, again, cats, we are at about day 51 at the time being. No, day 53 at the time being. If we do push out all the way to day 60, that will put us around June 30th. 61 days will be approximately July 1st, give or take. That could be the end of the cycle low, but it may be that we've already established our cycle low. But let's just check the sucker on the weekly, man. Let's see what it looks like on the weekly, son. I'm saying? And if you cats hear something in the background, that's my doggo chewing on a bone, man. Let's see what we got here, man. I got Bitcoin on the weekly here, son. Now, as you guys can see, you can see that we have this EMA ribbon running to the upside on the weekly, man. And you could clearly see, bro, that we do have a decent amount of support, and that top portion being at about 61,485. And that is the top portion of the EMA ribbon. A major area of support that I do have is here at about 60,000. So what I'm getting on the weekly is that what I'm seeing here is that it's starting to fan out. And whenever you have that EMA ribbon fanning out, there's usually volatility depending where the value of Bitcoin is. So it could be that we'll retrace down here to the top part of the EMA ribbon, and that'll be 61,386 before we start bumping up pretty damn hard, mind you. You know what I'm saying? That could be the area we're heading to. Now, if we go back, let's see. Let's see what it looks like on the Bollinger Band, son, though. You can see we do have some room to travel on the Bollinger Bands. First standard deviation, we would have to make contacts with about 46,000. I don't think we'll go down that low unless a black swan event does occur. Let me turn that off. Now, looking at things from a wider perspective, again, you guys have seen this over time and time again on my channel. You see that we're currently still in that Elliott wave cycle on the weekly for Bitcoin. Now, I did push this sucker all the way down because the possibility of coming down here to 44,000. But you could argue that the fourth portion of the Elliott wave was right there, man, at approximately 56,000 at that point. Hopefully, we do come down at least to 60 so we can see altcoins dip a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, since we covered Bitcoin, let's move on to something a little bit more fun, but nothing as boring as Ethereum. And I am talking about motherfucking Solana, son. Is this Solana on? Here we go. No, not this Solana. Let's go to the other one. Vamos a ver, ¿dónde está el otro Solana? Here is the Solana that I'm looking at, man. Of course, it's the same chart, but one's on the weekly and one's on the daily. Now, one thing I am noticing, Solana is currently making contact with the level of about $134.88. That's where we're at right now. And you can see on the daily, we're kind of bouncing a little bit on this support range over here. And it's coming from these two candles up over here, man. Those candles were printed on March 4th and about March 5th. And that's what we're acting on as an area of support for the daily. But one thing that I am noticing as well, you cats could see that the EMA ribbon, currently where it's at, is starting to fan out. And the top portion of the EMA ribbon is a reddish in color and yellow to the bottom. And it's starting to fan out, which means and entails that we're going through volatility. I'm hoping that we at least go make contact with this area here of about 130 bucks. Now, let me check. I had texted one of my homies where I wanted to get a certain value, and I think that homie was Twinkie. Let me see. And I could tell you, cats, exactly where I do want to get Solana at. Now, mind you, Charlie had a more bearish freaking idea where Solana could go to. And I've got it at about, I would want to get Solana here at the tip of this freaking wick over here. And that would be at about $128.91. But if it makes contact with this EMA ribbon at about 130, I'm happy with that, dude. Hell, I might even DCA some right now at 134 bucks. I could expect Solana maybe coming down here to this EMA ribbon of about $130. And if we're lucky, we may end up pulling back to about 129. And that would be possibly the bottom here of this wick over here. What's the day of its 20-day cycle are we on Solana? We're at about, if this is correct, we are starting a new cycle. And let me go ahead and grab the measuring tool. Where the hell did I put it at? If I grab this measuring tool here, and I push this sucker forward to about day 14, we could either go one of two ways. We could either pump to the upside and then dip. And it would not surprise me that if we do pump to the upside, this area here about 151 bucks or possibly here at about $162 could be an area that we could establish a new freaking high, a new lower high. But if we do end up dipping, we could come down here all the way to a value of about 115 bucks. And that would put us at this area over here. You see this top, these two freaking candle tops right here. That would be February 14th and February 15th. And we also have these price ranges of about December 26th and December 25th when Solana came down that low and established something on the daily support. But let's check it out on the weekly. And then remind me, cats, I wanted to tell you which price points Charlie has it at. Charlie has it at a little bit more bearish price points than I do. Now, let's go over the weekly on this shit because Solana is an important one, man. Especially if you're going to DCA a large amount, you want to make sure that your doggone soul is at a good value when you do get it. Let's see. Vamos a ver aquí. And you guys can see here, this is on the weekly for Solana. You can see that we are piercing through the EMA ribbon and it is spreading out. So that usually entails volatility, man. So, dude, this may give me a little bit of doubts and I may end up freaking FOMOing right now and getting a little bit of Solana. Mind you, the price that it's at is not at a bad value, monkeys, is at all. You know what I'm saying? So if Solana does have room to travel down here, and these are major areas of support, and that's why I drew up this big ass box. And the bottom portion of this box is at about 112 to 115. Top portion of this box is at about 138. And we're halfway through that with its piercing wick to the downside at about 128 bucks. Dude, I might end up DCAing after the show, bro. That's if you cats don't beat me to it while I'm doing this stream live. You know what I'm saying? But those are the areas I do want to catch Solana. Oh, yeah, I remembered. Let me go ahead and check. I remember I texted my homies what Charlie's value was at, and he said this last freaking doggone last episode that he did mention. Vamos a ver. Ay, ay, ay. Let me see. Okay. Charlie had Sol going down from 123 bucks to $83. That's where Charlie's seeing at. So somewhere around here, that's where Charlie's seeing some support at about $83 at the major bottom, all the way up to 123. But I really don't want to risk it. I want to do something a little bit more conservative. I get it. I would love to catch it at those prices, dude. But I don't want to miss this opportunity. So I'm trying to get Solana at about 129 bucks and 115 bucks, give or take. So these are great values to get your Sol at. I think right now is a great time to DCA, at least to get rid of the FOMO. And mind you, it would not be unsmart to get a little bit of Sol. Sol is at a great freaking value. So as soon as I'm done with the stream, I'm probably getting a little bit more Sol. Hopefully it doesn't freaking pump, if anything. I'm saying, monkeys. So that is Solana. We covered it on the daily and we covered it on the weekly. And we got my amigo here, El Zenith. We are so back. Yeah, man. We're so freaking back. Piece of equipment of the day, guys. I used to be a big time butterfly knife collector. And the reason I'm saying the term butterfly knife is because nobody knows what a battle song is. Battle song is the original terminology for these. And of course, they were originally made in the Philippines. This one is what you call a Squid Industries Tsunami, and this is probably the best battle song that I do have. Now, mind you, I do have a live blade as well. This is a trainer, and this is an amazing, amazing freaking battle song, dude. Now, when I was big time into battle songs back in the freaking day, dude, it was mostly bench made. This company like Squid Industries didn't exist at the time. Now, you guys are probably wondering what this rubber band stands for. That rubber band is mostly for indicating where the bite handle is at. Or the handle, if you were to hold it, it would end up biting your hand, as you guys can see right there. You know what I'm saying? But this is probably one of my favorite battle songs. Yes, I do have the live blade. I don't want to be flipping with my live blade on here, getting cut, having to put a band page on air, man, because that wouldn't be too damn cool, bro. So yeah, this is one of my favorite battle songs. It is a little bit hard to find, if anything, man. But this is one hell cool of a trainer, bro. I am a big fan of battle songs. So that is the piece of gear of the day. If you guys want to see it again, that is the Squid Industry Tsunami. I do love that. They call it a Nami for short. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm a dork like that. I like freaking guns. I like knives. I like all that cool shit. I like boxing. So yeah, call me a dork, man. I do love freaking knives and I do like guns, bro. I am a gun nut and I am a Second Amendment nut, if anything. You know what I'm saying? All right, cats. Since we did cover the Tsunami, we did cover Solana. Let's go on over to one of the meme coins I am extremely eyeballing. Shout out to my amigo Twinksters. And I did manage to catch it at a lower range than Twinksters got it at. Twinkie got into this coin when it was at about 15 million market cap. Yes, and it is a meme. But this coin right now, well, when I got it, was at about 14 million market cap. And I'm assuming it's not at a bad value right now, monkeys. Let's check out the next coin that we are going to cover today. And that is none other than motherfucking GigaChad, son. Look at that shit. GigaChad's market cap is at 16.6 million. Now, you guys can see that I drew up this Elliott wave in hopes that it would end up retracing. As you could tell, it is slowly grinding in a downward fashion. I'm hoping that we do get it at a better value. And let me turn off these drawings, cats. And you can see its current value right now. It's at about 17% of a penny. And I did manage to catch it at about 14 million market cap. I do want to buy more. Shout out to my amigo, Angry Twinkie. I asked Twinkie, what's so bullish about GigaChad? Well, he said they do have the Twitter handle and the actual username, GigaChad, bro. And of course, it's a Solana meme coin, and you can get it on Radium. And he mentioned that he was looking at the wallet allocations for this coin, and there's only one wallet. Now, mind you, I'm going off Twinkie's data analytics. He mentioned there's only one wallet holding 10%. All the other wallets within this ecosystem are all 1% wallets. So it's pretty decentralized per se, man, and it's mostly community driven. Hence why I like GigaChat. Of course, what does GigaChat represent? It represents self-improvement, grinding it out, becoming better, becoming fitter, becoming healthier, becoming more financially successful. You know what I'm saying? And he did mention that the team or the group of people running GigaChat at the time being or endorsing it, they're trying to create like a Nike brand, if anything. Now, areas I want to catch GigaChat at, and this is one of the meme tokens I am looking at. And let me check the price points that I do want to get GigaChat at. And that value is at about 3 zeros and a 7.3. So you could argue that I want to get it around here. Boom. Like in this area right here. Let me bring up my drawings again. So it would be about right here at this wick. 7.3. Around right there, give or take, cats. That's the area I do want to catch it at. That's the first area I want to catch it at. No, that's the second area I want to catch it at. The other area I do want to get it at is at 13% of a penny, which would be 2 zeros and a 1.3. Let me draw another one of these little thingies here. 1.3 right there. So these are the general areas I do want to catch GigaChat at. We did make contact with that area almost, and we did pierce past it. So if it does come down to that, I will end up DCAing a little bit harder into GigaChat. Mind you, you can get it on Radium. I had no idea you could put the Phantom wallet in your cell phone. Now, mind you, I'm not advising you cats to keep any of your freaking wallets on your cell phone. But if you're on the go and you have to make something happen, bro, and that's your only option, then do it. Just do not keep your coins on there. Make sure you offboard them off your cell phone. And I don't mean like you have the exact same wallet on your cell phone, which is the exact same one on your laptop or your freaking doggone desktop. That's not what I mean, monkeys. I mean, you send it to a completely different wallet that's on your desktop and your laptop. If you want to, you can have the same wallet on your phone on both laptops, but do not let that one be your priority area where you store your crypto. And this is one of the tokens that I am looking at. Now, if you look at the Bollinger Bands on this bad boy, it does have room to travel to the downside. And we could possibly come down here to about 12% of a penny. I would definitely want to catch there. I'll probably be DCAing a little bit harder. And you guys could see that majority of the moving averages for this sucker, including the 200, which there's not a lot of data on, by the way, are completely to the upside. Even the 20-day moving average, you can see it's to the upside. Let's see what the sucker looks like on the weekly, son. Let me turn off these indicators, and let's see what this monkey looks like on the weekly. Turn off these motherfucking drawings, and you can see that the areas that I do want to catch it at are mostly the wicks, man. And this area here of about 11% of a penny would be a great area to DCA because it's the bottom of these two candles. The awesome thing, though, is if we do break past below the wick area here of about 3 zeros and a 6.1, we could come all the way down here to about 3 zeros and a 1.0, and I would love to DCA there. Now, mind you, cats, do not put all your dinero into GigaChad because you will get wrecked. This is a meme coin at the end of the day. I understand, yes, it's decentralized. There's only one major wallet out there that's holding 10%, and everybody else are a bunch of 1%ers. Cool, I can live with that, man. But that does not mean you throw in all your dinero into this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is only scratchers. That's all it is, but I think it's a pretty damn good scratcher. Next to Pepe, I think GigaChad is probably pretty damn marketable, especially in the meme world. If we were to drop $100 right now on Giga, we would get approximately 57,405 Giga. Now, let's add a zero to that and make it $1,000. Now, mind you, cats, if your portfolio is like freaking $3,000, bro, you're not gonna drop $1,000 into freaking GigaChat. You're asking to get freaking wrecked, not financial advice, monkeys. Food for freaking thought. If you were to drop $1,000 on GigaChat right now, at the time being, you would get about 574,000. Now let's do 2,000 bucks. How much would $2,000 get you? That would be 1.1 million GigaChat. So I think this token can do pretty damn well, and the market cap is at a decent price. And mind you, Twinkie caught it at 15 million. I beat Twinkie's ass, and I caught it at 14.7, dude. He had actually told me about this token, dude, and I think that, dude, his research was good. His research is damn good. That's why it's good to have a buddy that's freaking a big time fundamental analysis. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my amigo, the Twinksters. We got my amigo here, Smooth Brain. Almost missed you, Boogie. Hey, man, I'm glad you're here, bro. I'm glad you're here, bro. If you missed it and you just barely got on scene, I'm sure you saw me talking about GigaChat. Do not ape in all your dinero into that. Not financial advice. And I did cover Solana, the values that I want to catch it at, and the values Charlie from the Moon Gang, he valued it at the possibility of where it could go. We covered a little bit of Bitcoin and which way we could be heading, if anything. I'm saying, cats. So food for freaking thought. Now, I know you monkeys, since you're part of the Moon Gang, I know you monkeys are into Phantom. Yes, I'm not buying Phantom right now because I'm allocating majority of my money right now into Illuvium, Solana, and I do want to get some GigaChat. Phantom is by all means a great token to get as well. And we cannot move forward without covering freaking Phantom, because Phantom, believe it or not, technology-wise, is probably one of my favorite freaking tokens out there, bro. If not my favorite token out there. And you can see that we're starting to make massive gains to the upside. Or we're starting to trend to the upside, if anything, better stated. Control Z on this sucker. Is this Phantom? Yes, this is on the daily. Now, mind you, I would count this day right here, this mega wick day here on about June 18th as the beginning of the next 20-day cycle. So currently we're at about day 5. Current value is at about 58 cents. Dude, it did manage to pierce this red and white box, but it was only via wick, and it's very difficult to catch wicks, man, instead of freaking candle bodies. And it went all the way down to about 47 cents. Currently it's at about 58 cents. Could it come back down? It depends, man. It depends which way everything's going. If we push this day out all the way to about day 14, our new higher low could possibly be here on Tuesday, July 2nd, or possibly here on another Tuesday, July 9th, and that would be day 21. Or it could end up bouncing off this area here of about 60 cents and come retracing back down here and making contact with this area of about 50 cents. Those are possibilities, but more likely it seems that Phantom is starting to pump. Now, mind you, cats, this is at a great value where it's at right now. So if you guys don't have a position in Phantom and you want a position in Phantom, right now is not a bad time to get it, if anything, man. It is still at a great value. Phantom can easily 10 to 20x from here. It's got a huge potential, if anything. Now, in order for Phantom really to shine, we would need to break this green box here at a value of about 70 cents to about 71 cents. If we currently turn on our EMA ribbon, I'm assuming it would be bullish. Oh, check that out, son. So that means Phantom could possibly break all the way up over here to about 62 cents and then retrace to the downside, because the EMA ribbon is currently starting to fan out and it is bearish because it is red to the upside. So there you go, monkeys. Hopefully keep your fingers crossed, and you could. If this was me, man, and I wanted to get some Phantom, I would only light DCA right now to get rid of my FOMO, and I would trust this EMA ribbon. I would definitely trust this EMA ribbon, and since it's spreading out, that means we're going to get volatility. So that's what I would do, man. I would slightly DCA now. If it breaks past the 62 cents area, then if it breaks and it continues rising, then I would DCA a little bit more. So I think at about 64 cents, I would probably DCA a little bit more because, of course, I don't want it to completely get away from me. But there's a decent possibility it'll make contact with this area here of about 62 cents and then retrace back down here to about 54 cents. And if we're lucky, we may come down here to about 49 cents. I don't think it'll fully come down to 49 cents. But if it does, then yeah, man, it's at a hell of a freaking value, bro. Now, if it were to come down here to about 44 cents or 40 cents, then wow, son. Wow. dude, I would have to start DCAing more into FTM if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? And look who we have here. Freaking Moonpilled Rational Optics. Loving the pullback, son. Hey, man, you take advantage of that, bro. You take advantage of that. And look who we got here, Mr. Nellyville himself. Hey, finally catch up, my man Boogie Live. What's up, Nellyville? What's going on? Well, speaking of Nellyville, bro, we got the fragrance of the day. That is none other than Carolina Herrera CH, man. The only freaking problem I have with this freaking fragrance, bro, is that it does not last long enough. So if you do end up getting this fragrance, and mind you, I didn't do my research to see what its current value is at now because I bought this a couple years ago. I would get the bigger bottle because you do have to overspray this sucker. Imagine a bad boy with this leather jacket rolling on his Harley Davidson, bro. This would be your fragrance, bro. You know what I'm saying? Was it back in the day, that one show? You Generation Xers know what I mean. You older millennials know what I mean. Freaking, what was it? Happy Days, LaFonz. I could picture him rocking this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is some masculine ass freaking bad boy type fragrance. And very boozy in nature. Nighttime fragrance, man. Very masculine, very boozy, bro. Highly recommend it. You may have to carry a decant, though, to respray over and over again, or you may want to overspray. And it's got this little flicky thing. You know what I'm saying? That little chain thing that you can see on there. You know what I'm saying? Smells really nice. I like the way it smells. Let me put some on myself. Oh, dude, that's extremely boozy, bro. Closest fragrance it smells like is Terry Mugler Pure Malt. It smells very similar to that. Of course, Pure Malt lasts a longer time. It's probably more expensive than this because it's discontinued. Highly recommend this fragrance. Great for date night, man, or cold weather environments. Do not wear this in the hot sun of Nevada or Texas, bro, because, dude, you're going to choke some people out. That is the fragrance of the day, monkeys. You know what I'm saying? Next token, which is a token I do want to buy, and that is none other than El Pinche IOV, vato. That's Illuvium, son. Illuvium's current value, bro, and I love this shit. It's at $67.36. I actually had an indicator on my phone to let me know when Illuvium went down to $66 flat, and it only managed to go down here to about, let me see. Well, here on Gate.io, let me see. The lowest it's got it here, it's at about 65.87, but I did have an indicator on my freaking phone on Coin Market Cap, and it didn't give me that. It didn't give me an alarm because I guess it didn't dip enough as the way doggone freaking Coin Market Cap got it at. So I got it at about $67. I dropped about $1,500, give or take, into ILV. I do want to get more ILV, but I am expecting areas that I do want to catch ILV at, so I could DCA in pretty damn hard. Let me check, monkeys. Areas that I do want to get it at. On this estamos. Let me get you guys that data because I know you monkeys want to get some ILV también. And that value is exactly at about $64. And then I got another indicator at about $56. Those are two areas where I'll probably DCA pretty hard. Now, as you monkeys can tell, man, dude, ILV's been doing its own fucking shit, bro. It's not been consistent with its 20-day cycles. It's impossible to read. Things are kind of bearish. You could see that we may end up continuing dipping to the downside because we got this EMA ribbon spreading out. And the top portion of the EMA ribbon is red in color. And the bottom portion is yellow. And you can see that the 200 EMA is above that. So that's extremely bearish. I am hoping that we do come down to this area value of about $64. Let's see what the sucker looks like on the weekly, man. Let me see if I could take off all these drawings here so it doesn't look so damn convoluted. Vamos a ver. Dude, Illuvium is quickly approaching this area here. You see this purple line? I know it's pretty damn thin, especially somebody like you, Tex-Mex, that's driving and shit all the damn time. But you can see that it's making contact with the shoulders of these candles here at about $66. And those candles were printed on October 22nd and October 31st, which would be Halloween. Then we have even more support here on April 10th, 2023, and then April 17th, bro. So if we do make contact with those areas, I'll probably DCA a little bit harder. Now, if we do break that here on the weekly, man, you could possibly see Illuvium come down all the way here to about $58. And if it breaks below $58, dude, you're talking about $53. I don't think it'll, dude. I sincerely don't think that it'll break below this area here of about $65, give or take, man. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, monkeys. That is where currently Illuvium is at. So capitalize on it if you guys want to get some. Right now would not be a bad time to DCA into IOV, man. Yeah, dude. So food for freaking thought. That's where Illuvium's at. Let's turn on the EMA ribbon on this bad boy. And you can see that as per the EMA ribbon, the red portion starting to go to the top side and the yellow portion wants to go to the bottom side, which is pretty damn freaking bearish. But the thing is, the EMA ribbon is consolidating, which means that there should not be a lot of volatility, even though we did get this freaking giga dumping candle, if anything. So food for thought, monkeys, right now it's at a great value. I would definitely capitalize on ILV while the opportunity is still there. Not much to show on the charts for this bad boy. I would like to cover the 20-day cycles on this sucker, but let us admit facts to a candid world, dude. ILV is doing whatever the frick it wants, bro, and I cannot. Dude, the 20-day cycles are too difficult to read on this bad boy, man. Well, they're not too difficult to read. They're just, dude, they're not being consistent. And what I mean by, I look at this shit. We got a 35-day cycle, dude. That's a total anomaly for where ILV could go to. Now, if you cats are here for the first time ever, you guys can clearly see that IOV's all-time high, man, was at about here, and that's about $1,900. I do have pretty decent belief that I can go up to $4,000 and even possibly all the way up over here to about 87.23. So food for thought, monkeys, depending on how hard Ethereum runs. So that is ILV. We covered that sucker. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there you go, man. We got my homie Twinkie. Part of today's candle was a well-selling 40K of ILV tokens. Shit. Dude, I'm hoping they dump more, bro. I want some more ILV, bro, before it starts retracing back to the upside. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, cats. Food for freaking thought, man. That is our ILV opportunity. Vamos a ver. ¿Qué más tenemos? Now, we always cover Pulse Chain on this channel, and we will continue doing so. Let's see where Pulse Chain is at. ¿Dónde el pinche Pulse Chain, vato? All right, Pulse Chain's current value on the daily, bro. We are at about 4 zeros and a 4.5, bro. That's what it seems we're at right now. And it may be that we started a new 20-day cycle. Let me pull this sucker down so you guys can see more clearly of what I'm talking about. It may be that we're starting a new 20-day cycle and we may end up heading a little bit lower. Fuck, it's hot in here. Give me a second, cats. I need to turn on my AC, por favor. Give me un segundo. I'll be right back in about 30 seconds. And I am back, monkeys. Well, we're recovering Pulse Chain. Vamos a ver. You can see that Pulse Chain is trending to the downside. I would assume that we would make contact with this area of support of about 4 zeros and a 4.363. Make sure you monkeys, if you guys don't hold any Pulse Chain and are interested in it, right now is a fabulous time to buy some Pulse Chain, regardless of the freaking FUD. Let's see what it looks like on the weekly. Let me activate this sucker. Here we're here on Pulse Chain. Here we go. This is currently where Pulse Chain stands at on the weekly. Now, I did have these major areas of support over here on PLS, and currently we did break past this point of support, which was about 4 zeros and a 4710. It seems that we're heading to one of the final locations that we do have support, and that area is at about 4 zeros and a 3933. So if it does come down there, I'll have to take advantage of that, man, and I'll have to start DCAing pretty damn hard because that would be an extraordinary area to get Pulse Chain, bro. But one of my homies is asking me, well, what happens if Pulse Chain breaks down below there? The final area of support that we would have overall, well, the final two areas would be these wicks, and wicks don't alone by themselves, they don't hold up a lot. So you're talking about 4 zeros and a 3305. Then we would come down here to about 4 zeros and a 2770. And what I mean by that, pulse chain will probably start falling harder. Now, one of the things that we cannot negate about the pulse chain ecosystem, even though things do look bearish right now, we are noticing, as per Songmi and the data that he's obtained, people are cycling through meme coins right now. So since they're cycling through meme coins, that's why the value of the RH tokens are dropping. Now, come November, I do know a lot of the Hexicans do intend to show up to the freaking court trial in New York to see what the status is going to be, if this court case is going to continue or if the SEC drops this case. After freaking Ethereum, and I'm sure you guys heard this freaking data already, that Ethereum, that the SEC stopped investigating him, we started seeing Richard Hart tweet a little bit more. Come November, if the judge decides that this case will continue, Richard Hart knows that he's got a winner of a token, and he knows that we've got a strong community, and he knows he's going to win the case because all the data showing that none of the things they're accusing him of are actually true. So I would only imagine that he would probably start marketing the shit out of it regardless which way the court case goes. And the reason I say that is because how many people, let me give you an example, how many people would love to see Floyd Mayweather lose? How excited and how happy would people be if Floyd Mayweather lost? Dude, they'd be ecstatic. Same thing with Richard Hart, bro. Richard Hart's probably not going to let that happen, bro. So I think if the court case does continue past November, he'll probably start his freaking channel up again, start inviting Bitcoiners, maxis on his show, and start wrecking them like he always did. Mind you, that was one of the reasons that Hex did so well last bull run. And I think he'll probably continue marketing it because he cannot have shit talkers like Cryptos Are Us, man, talking shit about him and saying that he's a scammer, if anything. So he'll probably start marketing the shit out of it. I find this as an opportunity to buy, as conquering the FUD per se. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Take advantage of it. Not financial advice, cats. That's where Pulse Chain is going. You know what I'm saying? We got my amigo here, Moonpill Rational Optics. Boogie, how soon do you think PLS will get close to about 4 zeros and a 3? Well, if we go back to that chart I showed you, let's check it out. Here we're back at Pulse Chain right here. It does seem that we started a new 20-day cycle. So currently we're at about day 5. So let's say we go into day 14 and we stop here at July 2nd. And let's say Pulse Chain is still bearish. We make contact with this area of about 4 zeros and a 4-3. And let's say it does stop on that day there at about July 2nd. These are only assumptions, and I'm only assuming. You know what I'm saying? So ballpark, add another 14 days to that or 20 days to that. That would mean we would start going to that area I mentioned of about 4 zeros and a 3. So let's add 20 days to that. So you're talking about possibly in the time frame of about July 22nd, late July to, I would say late July to mid-July to about July 16th, around that time frame. Could be a possibility where we could come down that low. But dude, right now is not a bad time to DCA, not financial advice. This is the current value of Pulse Chain where we're at right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was talking to my amigo, Mr. Twinksters. You know what I'm saying? And he was asking me, bro, hey, what about PHEX? And I was like, dude, I haven't checked PHEX in a while, bro. Let me see where PHEX is at. Let's see where we're at, son. I think I do have the chart here. Yeah, no shit. Let's go Pulse, right? Let's see. Present, share screen. Let's go back to Go Pulse. All right, if we go over here to Go Pulse, I did draw up this chart over here. Let's go over here to PHEX. And I think PHEX is one of those tokens that a lot of people are forgetting about, man. Let's put this sucker on the weekly, son. Now, you could see that PHEX is currently making contact with this trend line, which is the lowest we've been since launch. And that value right now is at about 53% of a penny, bro. So if pulse chain does break down below that, we could come all the way down here to about 30% of a penny, and it may be in the exact time frame or close to the time frame that I did mention to Moonpill Rational Optics in the last question I answered. But areas we do need to compromise, bro. First and foremost, it would be this area here of about 70% of a penny before we come up over here to about 9% of a penny. But one of the things that I am noticing, and mind you, this is a weekly chart. Where the hell is my freaking drawings at? And this is pretty damn bullish what I'm going to show you cats. Check this out. Let me just look for that one tool that I'm talking about, triangle. Let me add this to my freaking repertoire. Grab this sucker here. One thing I am noticing here, look at this shit. We got an ascending triangle right there. So does this mean that we can't break below that? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is we could be bouncing with this ascending triangle and then finally break to the upside. That may take a couple of weeks, which is a good thing because it gives us more time to DCA and to PHEX, if anything. And I think this is one of the tokens that a lot of people are forgetting, especially for you cats not concentrating on the T-shares. This is a good buying opportunity. And again, cats, this is not financial advice at all. You know what I'm saying? And as per the moving averages, everything is above the current value of PHEX right now, or it's not printing on here because we are on the weekly and PHEX hasn't been that long out. Mind you, EHEX has a longer time frame. Now, some of my homies were asking me, well, what about EHEX? EHEX is a little bit more volatile, cat. So remember that shit. It is a little bit more volatile because remember, Richard did take a dump on it. So it can do very well as well, but I would mostly focus on PHEX, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean, jelly beans? All right, I see 27 people here in the chat. Do me a favor, monkeys. Go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to my channel. That motivates me to keep producing freaking alpha for you cats. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see my Instagram account and you'll see my Twitter account. Make sure you monkeys follow me there as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping you guys liked the video today. I should be back here tomorrow with my amigo, Mr. Angry Twinkie, and we're going to hit up some fun-ass shit tomorrow, man. So I will catch you monkeys on the flip side. Oh, and I think Miguel's going live right now, so make sure you guys stream over to his channel. Go over to Miguel's channel, and please do me a favor. Tell him, hey, Crypto Boogie sent me. You know what I'm saying? All right, cats. Catch you monkeys on the flip side, son.